Hey guys, this is Tauna, and today we're going to be going through the Omenpass card image gallery and showing you a whole bunch of the cards coming with Through the Omenpaths. If you don't know what this is the universes within version of the Spider-Man set. So basically, each one of these cards, they can't print them digitally. They can't have them up on, Magic Arena or Magic Online. So therefore, they've gone through and they've basically made a whole new version of each card. So like, I'll have a look here. You can see here, this is a demi of the Silk Shoots here. That is the in-universe version of the Spectacular Spider-Man card. They're going to have basically the exact same abilities, like exact same rules text, the exact same almost the exact same, with one exception, which is the Infinity Stone. Card types, however, they will have different card names and different ability names for some of them. Web Slinging was renamed to, In Web, which is a bit of an odd choice, but either way, these are going to essentially be one-for-one's copies, just like we had with like the Universes Within versions. So if you haven't seen what the Universes Within versions are, that's these. They are essentially the same card, right? Like this is Rachel, Fist of Torm. It is the same card as Zenk, Paladin Unbroken. In regards to commander rules, you can only have one of either of them because they are equivalent cards. However, I don't know if they're going to have the same rules in regards to Through the Omenpaths, given the fact that it's a digital only version. However, keep in mind that these cards, they will have the opportunity to be able to reprint them into actual cards, actual sets, and actual like decks and stuff like that in the future, because this is all, universes within. They can use those to their however they want to use them. So we're going to go through them all because I think that they're very interesting. I'm not going to focus on what the cards do so much because, we've seen a whole bunch, just more focusing on like the art and the names and stuff. So the great thing about this, and I really love it, it's almost like a foundation set. So if you remember from Foundations from last year, essentially it kind of pulls together a whole bunch of different planes and everything, right? Like you've got some, like this guy here. He's clearly from New Capenna. He's a Cabaretti. He's Cabaretti Loudmouth, right? So, it's pulling together all of these different planes into the same set, and therefore you get a huge mix of different things. So I don't know exactly what plane Ademi here is from. We've got like, City Pigeon here's from most likely Ravnica. That looks like a Ravnican, or I guess that could be New Capenna as well, right? That could be someone from New Capenna for sure as well. We've got like the Confessor's bindings here. Oh, what's that from? It looks like you've got like the Eldrazi monuments and stuff like that in the background there. But the thing that I really, really love about this set is that they've chosen so much stuff from Duskmourn. Duskmourn is represented so much here. And Duskmourn is an absolutely amazing set, with the exception of the fact that they kind of put in a whole bunch of like the cheerleaders and stuff like that into the actual set. The whole mythology of Duskmourn is amazing. Everything on Duskmourn was absolutely amazing, besides the tropey meminess of it, right? We've got Crime Scene Investigator here, clearly from, Ravnica as well. The costume closet here from Duskmourn, showing one of the Duskmourn, like the Duskmourn spirits there. Darvel, who webs protect. So here you can see the in web keyword there, which, as I said, was that remake of the web slinging. They just renamed it to in web. All the other abilities are the same, like Mayhem's the same and stuff. I don't know what plane is this guy from. I have no idea, right? Like this is, I'm very interested to see what kind of planes these guys are from. The Freeze Strider Aces, this is actually another cool thing that I really love as well. There's a whole bunch of OTJ here, but it's that OTJ that people were really asking for, right? Like seeing more of the kind of Outlaws of Thunder Junction and stuff, but done better and done well. The most helpful Weaver here is just really cool as well. Like they've just reimagined them all. The Lively Leap here from Bloomburrow, seemingly like a little spider leaping onto the back of the bird here was just really cool. Mothwing Shroud, oh boy. See, this is amazing. I love this. Now, I will say, because I know that someone's going to say it, I do like Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man, and I don't think the issue with the Spider-Man set is Spider-Man or Marvel themselves. I think that Spider-Man and Marvel can make amazing magic sets, right? I just think the actual Spider-Man set was not done well. I think that, you know, there was a whole bunch of different issues that I could definitely cover in a whole different video, like just going through every issue with Spider-Man the set or something like that, if people are interested in that. The remarkable readings here, this is like Edge of Eternities. Edge of Eternities showing up here as well, which is really cool. Spectacular Tactics. See, this here, leaning into like the meminess of Duskmourn is interesting. Like, it's kind of showing like the hope kind of thing from Duskmourn. I don't know. The cheerleader stuff's kind of odd, but this is interesting. We've got Sudden Strike here from like Kamigawa. Sura Spider Silk Innovator. Now, one thing that I wasn't a huge fan of, but they kind of did it because it's hard to kind of justify how all of these characters have spiders and stuff, is that they had them like riding on spiders. This one here is interesting though, because he's not riding on spiders. He's using like, he's built like a spider canister, right? That then he's using to shoot webs. It's really cool. We've got Yera and Oski, Weaver and Guide. I'm going to bring this on bigger because look at him. Look at Oski. He's so cute. Oh, that's just really cool. I love that. Also, a really interesting thing as well is that they were able to use Symbiote. Symbiote was not copyrighted. It's web slinging. Technically, web slinger, I believe, like that phrase is copyrighted by Marvel or trademarked by Marvel. Symbiote isn't. So they've reimagined the symbiotes here. I don't know what plane they are from exactly, but they all look very similar. They've got like this visual identity across them. But they're like these weird kind of golem-ish kind of things. They're missing a face. They've just got these huge gaping mouths and stuff. So I just really like it. It's really interesting. Zora Spider Fancier. Yeah, that's a card. And then we've got the reprints here from the bonus sheet. All right, into the blue cards here. You've got this. This is interesting. Arga Spider Spinner. Spider Avatar Hero. This is cool. One that I really like and we'll get to later is what's his face? The reprint from Spider-X is really cool. This one, so this is the Green Goblin card. Goblin, Gene Spicer, Savant. So you've got Goblin on one side here. And then on the other side, the flip side, is Fleam, Goblin's creation. Which is interesting because technically this is showing him kind of turning into that, which is what the MDFCs usually are. But I guess you could justify it as like, you know, him on one side and then his creation on the other, which is fine. Detect Intrusion. I don't know what plane that's from, but that's interesting. Yeah, Drix. So that's Drix is obviously from Edge of Eternities as well. Imposter Syndrome. Oh boy. I feel very, very personally attacked by this card. I have really, really bad imposter syndrome. I look at how many subscribers I have, and I'm like, how did I trick you guys all into watching my videos? But this one here, reimagining it as a student from Strixhaven, looking into the mirror and being like, oh, yeah, that's just really cool. I love it. It's really cool. Lost in Liara. So we've got some stuff from here from, what's that, Kaldheim showing up. Moretta Neuron Hackers. Interesting. I guess that's Strixhaven, I assume. Strixhaven. Obscura. Again, you know, new Capenna showing up here. Ulk's Mouth to Many Eyes. I hate it. I hate it so much. A weird, like, mutant thing whispering in his ears with the spiders kind of coming out of the mouth. Outsmart the Amateur. Ozor, Chronicle of Collapse. Is that, the Collapse was, like, that's, what's his face as well? No, that's New Capenna. That's Duskmourn as well. I'm pretty sure that's Duskmourn. I think. I don't know. Let me know. Pinnacle Research Team. That's just straight up from Edge of Eternities. We've got Secret Identity here showing clearly like a possum, I assume. A possum rescuing an otter. But it's disguised itself as a raccoon, which is really cool. Really interesting. That's obviously from Edge of Eternities 2, the Robotics Mastery there. Snatchback from not New Capenna. Kamigawa there, which is really cool. Yeah, they've just done such a great job, and it really feels like this big kind of foundations kind of set where it's like bringing together all of these different planes that you wouldn't necessarily see together. The Banemark Leonin here with the symbiote kind of coming across over the cat there too, which is really cool. Aggressive symbiosis. So the symbiotes seem to be just absorbing people. I wonder what plane. I really want to know what plane they're from. They're just really cool. Common Crook here from OTJ. We've got Damning Caress here showing off some from what sets that from? Oh, Innistrad, obviously. Innistrad. The Egrix, the Bile Bulwark. Oh, so this is a symbiote, right? Symbiote spider, and that clearly looks like it's from Duskmourn as well. Duskmourn's Claim, Hex of Undeath. So we've got Liliana showing up here too. Look at this creepy ass dude. Crobble, Envoy of the Bog. The house goes hungry. This one's really interesting because it's actually telling the history of the house, right? Of Duskmourn, whereas it shows him kind of coming along, destroying the sun, and then people having to either throw away their lives to kind of join into the house and go live in the house, or just essentially be destroyed, and then him finally kind of taking over the whole plane, right? Lewis Pompous Pillager. That looks like a card from Ixalan for sure. This is clearly from OTJ. We've got Duskmourn showing up here again. This one here is interesting. I assume this is... No. Yeah, I think that's OTJ. There was these guys on OTJ for sure. This is interesting too. Relics the Accursed. Clearly got like the symbiote, but still got their face on there, which is cool. We've got the Scorpion Sting here showing off a Scorpion. Scorvus a Mess, Crime Lord. That's very clearly from OTJ. It's like they're the ones from Gestal, I think, with the Hell plane essentially. And this is the only one here that shows off that change for the actual creature type, well, artifact type here, showing Terminus instead of Infinity. So we've got Vigo, Enforcer of Ig's Crossing, with a guy beating up a werewolf here, and then we flip it over into Vigo, End of Ig's Crossing. So this one here, maybe the symbiotes are on Innistrad, because that looks kind of Innistrad-esque kind of thing, with maybe Innistrad on that other side. I don't know. I'll be very interested to see if they show up again. This guy's cool. Wekdu, Midnight Hunter too. All right, and then we go to the red cards here. Arachnomania is really cool. The Bayo Irritable Instructor. I assume this is... No, that's not Strixhaven. I don't know what plane that's from, actually. It's interesting. Deathflame Blast. That was Electro's Bolt, I think it was renamed there. Oh, this is really cool. Look at the dragon dudes there. Oh, and this is the one that was the taxi driver, I think it's called, renamed into Full Throttle Fanatic. Galvanized Workforce. That's from New Capenna as well. There's some really, really cool stuff. I really like this. I think it's just a really interesting kind of different thing to do, and I really hope we have it kind of going forward. I realize, what actually happened is not, great in regards to now there's like going to be this split between everything, but we got some amazing art out of it at least, which is really cool. Nia Skysail Storyteller, and then if we flip her over, we've got Nia Fabled Skyclimber, as I said about, them just kind of riding spiders on their flip sides. We've got her riding a huge freaking flying spider, which is cool. This is Quint's Insight, so that was the Goblin... it's Goblin's Shadow or something along those lines. We've got Restless Razorkin, clearly from Duskmourn as well. Romantic Rendezvous. We got Shock with the... I think that's an old art of Shock, right? Or is it new art from Kaladesh? I'm not sure. Wisecrack, the Skittering Kitten. Like, it's an actual spider cat this time around, instead of like a cat that's been bitten by a spider. All right, into the green ones there. So this one here was the one that was Spider Rex. So it has to be a hero, right? So they've kind of reimagined it as, I believe this is going to be Ikoria, I think, with a big kind of dinosaur spider that's kind of versing, like essentially Godzilla-ing, right? Godzilla-ing against a Mothra style thing. And Ancestral Carvings, which is, what's that from? That's probably Ixalan as well, I think that's Ixalan. We've got some caracals here from our Monquette, Kren, Undercity Dreamer, and then on the flip side, we've got Kren of the Spider Brood. There's just some, I just love it. Probably silly to say. I love Spider-Man and stuff like that, but this is just really cool. I love this one here as well. King of the Cold Blood Curse. So reimagined as like a lizard kind of, I assume from Bloomburrow, instead of like, you know, actual lizard from Spider-Man. Rouse the Swarm. That's really cool. Really cool. Selesnya. So obviously this one here is from Ravnica as well. Scout the city there. Most likely either Kaladesh or New Capenna, because the guy looks like he's from New Capenna, but the things look like they're from Kaladesh. Strength of Will. Will standing here. Will like blocking the things. Yeah, that's a dumb joke. Anyway, just... Oh, this one here is cool as well. Taratusk the Unwisely... Tarantusk Unwisely Awoken. I don't know which one this is, which planes this from. I'm assuming Bloomburrow. It looks Bloomburrow-esque. It's just really awesome. Supportive parents here showing up like, is that Strixhaven? I don't know if that's Strixhaven or Kylum or who knows. We've got terrific team up over here as well. More art from Bloomburrow. A trail of teacups from Bloomburrow as well, instead of Craven's Last Hunt. Through the Omenpaths, the name of the actual set. And the bonus sheet. And then into our dual colored cards. Lots of really interesting ones in here. I love this Bracco Heartless Hunter. So that's Craven, Craven the Hunter in the main set. And this is obviously, you know, the reimagined kind of version of him from, I think that's Ikoria as well. Cheering crowd there. That looks like Aether Drift almost, actually. I think that must be Aether Drift. This one here though, Crash Reckless Endrider. I am honestly very much considering printing this out as a proxy, because that is some badass art. I love it. It's just really, really cool. We got Symbiote here. Deserex, the Gift of Servitude. Looks like he's like the skeletons here showing up as well. Makes me think Innistrad maybe. I don't know. We got Drunith, Reviver of the Hive there with the slivers. So this is where we see our slivers showing up here. 2 slivers. It's the Jackal card in the main set showing up, like just, you know, allows you to be able to clone things and stuff. Janai and Hoppy. I love this one as well. I'd honestly make this for my younger son. He's only 3 at the moment, so he's not going to be playing anytime soon. But he absolutely loves. There's a show on Netflix about a little jumpy spider, Lucas the spider, and he loves it. So that would be up his alley. He would love that little spider. Krivni, the Orb Weaver, is really cool over here as well. We got Margot on the case, Macdi and Itla. Look at Itla. I gotta zoom in here as well. Look at the little flying spider. God, that's so cool. I love it. Some really, really interesting arts and really cool arts. And here we've got art here, obviously from Edge of Eternities there with Quanos Horizon Splicer. Really cool. Sides of the Earth Spider, which we've already seen. We've got the Whiffar Cocoon Keeper. I love this one as well, right? Like showing that Duskmourn as kind of the moths all around him. He's got the big kind of with the weavings almost around him. It's really cool. More art from Edge of Eternities over there as well. This one here, the spider, Uthras the Storm Singer. I have no idea what plane that would be from. The art makes me think of Ral, but it's obviously not Ral. Who knows? We got this one here, Zuka. So that was the other version of Craven the Hunter as well. I don't think they used the same character for both versions of Craven, did they? No, it's Bracco up there, which is interesting. Interesting that they used, like, you know, 2 different characters for it instead of like the same character from 2 different sections of their life, essentially. And then we've got the artifacts here. There's not too much to kind of go into here. A lot of just, you know, slightly renamed stuff, which is interesting. A spider mech, which is really cool. I really like that. I love this one here. Goro Ral Scourge to Spiders. The Giant Craft helm as well here is, yeah, that's freaking hilarious. I love it. And the Phenomena Reader. The Phenomena Recorder here, I think this is actually imagines like it's obviously from Duskmourn. I think that's the good part of Duskmourn, right? Like I think that, you know, having some kind of like the kind of Ghostbuster-esque stuff in there is good in a way, but then they kind of memed it too hard. But I think this does it in an interesting way that does it kind of well, in my opinion. Treat Trolley, straight up from Bloomburrow there, obviously, as well. And then we've got the lands here, an exclusive nightclub over here instead of, what was it, Oscorp, I think it was. The Multiversal Passage could easily be adapted across here, so we can see that adapted there. Just the different kind of lands there as well. And then the Urban Retreat here, which was the one that was the Bant land. Yeah, I really love this. I don't know if you guys love it or not. I can see 100% people are going to be printing these into actual physical cards and stuff. And I think, you know, more power to you. Go ahead. I think it's a very interesting kind of set as well to kind of have like a universes within like foundationsy style thing where it's like from a whole bunch of different planes instead of like all pulled from one plane. But let me know what you guys think. Have a great day and goodbye.